The Rock Festival is almost here, and one of the biggest things that we have to know as Hero Wars players is how do we best go about this event? And there is a huge mistake that you could be making if you're not careful, and it just really depends on what your strategy is.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. In this video, we're going to talk about Rock Festival and the two things that you can chase in this event. The two things that are very important to most players: Lyria Soulstones, getting to a 6-star Lyria, or the Totem Fragments at the end of the activity. Once you complete all 7 chapters, there is a totem fragment that you get. This is replacing the Path of the 4 boss fight. This is replacing the one where you have to buy the number of buffs and use a specific team in order to finish the event. This is a completely different strategy from that. This one, each of the chapters has 7 mini battles within each of them. And a boss. So there's 56 total fights that you have to win, but each group in each chapter is its own separate set of fights. Does that make sense? So Show of Illusions has 7 fights plus a boss fight. Infernal Hell has 7 fights plus a boss fight. You get the idea. You build a team using a new, I think it's called auto chess, where you choose champions at random, you level them up and all of this. You don't get the full list of all of the maxed out heroes. It's a little different. I'm not going to go into it too much here, but the Totem Fragment requires you to get to the end and finish them. And obviously Lyria Soulstones requires you to get the Lyria Soulstones out of the Rock Festival thing here, right? So the tracks, which I'm partially covered up, my face is partially covered up, in the top right-hand corner, which we already have a bunch of tracks. They were given to us for free already. The tracks converts into the Rock Festival, kind of like Summerfest does. And here are the rewards for that the Rock Festival. So for every 2,500 tracks that you spend, and that can be decreased by the relics, the Legends hat. I'm sorry, the Honey Melody player, it can be decreased. Every 2,500 tracks that you spend on this, you have a chance to get a platinum hits or one of several other prizes, but you're guaranteed every time to get 4 Lyria Soulstones unless you get a platinum hit. The platinum hit is what you use in the Rock Festival shop, okay? A lot of stuff, the shop is completely separate, okay? The shop is completely separate from what we're talking about here. You buy items, you buy chests, all of that stuff can be had in the shop. This is the main way to get Lyria Soulstones right here, okay? That's how you do it right there, bang, right? You can also earn them elsewhere. We're not going to get into that too much. That's not the important thing. The majority of the player base is going to need to grind the Rock Festival probably in the vicinity of 75 to 80 pulls. I'm not sure exactly how many, in order to get enough Soulstones to get to a 6-star Lyria, okay? And there is an opportunity to convert your mediators, which are the guitar picks, right? There is an opportunity down here on the bottom left, the energy exchange, to convert your mediators to more tracks, okay? And by the way, the Legends hat gives you more tracks per mediator spent, okay? But that's a trick. That's a trap, and you shouldn't do it. It's a huge mistake. All right, so why is that? The mediator, the guitar picks, is not just used here. It's also used to level up the star ring, okay? The star ring is the boss fight buff for this event. You guys, you know what I'm talking about, the Spirit of Vengeance or whatever, where you need to buy 20 buffs for the level 170 boss. You need to buy 15 buffs for the level 190 boss. You guys know what I'm talking about if you've been playing for a long time. If you went through the Gus event, the Ninja Turtles event, the Folio event, that style. This time, the buffs do not go away. Once you have the buff, you have them for forever, and that's important. That's important because, one, you can't over level now, because there are a lot of variety of teams that can win in the fights, but also the chapters themselves have a minimum buff requirement, okay? 250 is the requirement to get into the 7th and final chapter, which means if you don't have enough mediators, the little guitar picks, to buy up 250 buffs worth of the star ring, you cannot finish this event to get a totem, okay? So if you spend if you spend your, here we go. If you spend your mediators, your guitar picks to get more tracks, which you then use to try to get more soul stones, you're wasting your mediators, your guitar picks, where you could be spending them on the star ring to level this up to level 250 to get into to the actual fight itself. Now, I want you to listen to what Sam has to say here very specifically, because this is gonna make everything very clear for you. Okay?
250. What I got from Mike, it's very crucial information.
Okay.
The minimum amount to enter the chapter.
The minimum amount to enter into the chapter. Chapter 3 is 50. That's where it starts.
Is enough to beat the chapter.
There you go. You said it. The minimum amount to get into the chapter is all the buff that you need to beat the chapter. From then, it comes down to learning which teams are going to work well in the fights within the chapter. Okay, so what does that tell us? That tells us that...
Mike, 200...
That tells us that the maximum star level, the maximum star ring level that we need to get to is 250. Okay, can you afford 250 star ring level? If you can, then you have an opportunity through trial and error, because when you lose, you just go back to the beginning, but you don't lose any resources, right? You don't lose any of the resources. If you have 250 power level, you have enough buffs to beat this chapter. You have enough buffs to beat this chapter. It's just a matter of finding, like I said, the correct team. And then boom, you have a totem fragment. Okay. So the question then is, how many of these mediators, these little guitar picks, does it take to get 250? Well, I have that number for you. Community manager Andrew told me that the number is between 750 and 800 mediators. Okay. Now, for what it's worth, the way that we get the mediators, it seems like it's in this second event, the Phantom Tour. This is a 7-day event, by the way. You have the login, and there's a bunch of tasks here: Emerald Echo, Emerald Flow. Yeah, I mean, just winning battles earns you some. I don't know how many that you're going to get. Buy any pet in the stall. Like, this is the primary way to get spending emeralds, right? Spending 150,000 emeralds gets you 20. That's an indication. Oof. Of course, you have to get there also, and there's a lot in between there. Get maximum rank of different heroes in the various fights. Yeah, so this you're going to be able to get a lot of these mediators from the Phantom Tour tasks. So you got to ask yourself, player, individual, free-to-play player, budget player, whale player, all you got to do is get to 250 buffs, okay? And that's going to cost you between 750 and 800 picks. Can I afford to get to 800 picks? Okay. Now, the other side of that, those of you that are trying to chase Lyria Soulstones, this is not an exclusive hero. This is not a collaboration hero. That means a couple of months from now, 3 months maybe, there will be an opportunity to get Lyria Soulstones again, okay? I know that right now you cannot get Augustus Soulstones, you can't get Folio Soulstones, but the way Hero Wars Dominion Era works is the longer the game goes, the cheaper things get. So eventually, Folio and Augustus and Lyria Soulstones will be added to the Soul Atrium. I don't know when exactly they will be added, but they will be added eventually. This is not Lara Croft and Tomb Raiders that will never be added. Eventually, those heroes will be added to the hero soul chest. Folio and Augustus isn't here, but they will be added in here eventually, maybe in another month or two. We don't know for sure. So why would I want to spend my mediators converting them into tracks so that I can get more soul stones out of this specific rock festival activity right here, when the mediators can be used to level up the star ring, which gives me an opportunity to get to the end and get the totem fragment? But of course, if you can't afford 250 star ring power level, again, 750 to 800 of those mediator guitar picks, then you know going in how much it's going to take, like what it's going to take to get there, okay? And you can be honest with yourself and if you can afford it or not, okay? Maybe this isn't a free-to-play friendly activity. Maybe it is if you're really good and you're very good at spending. I don't know. But huge shout out to Sam for a very informative, very well done live stream. A lot of free absolute star Lyrias were given out. But let me know in the comment section down below what other questions you have about the Rock Festival event. I do have a full Rock Festival map video on screen now if you're curious about what the Rock Festival Mysterious Island map looks like and the best routes and all the rewards and all of that. Check that out if you've got time. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.